VR simulation system for vehicle steering, braking, and driving disassembly and maintenance. Teachers can log into the virtual training platform to support online assignment of examination tasks. After the exam is published, students can download software resources directly from the back end of the web page. Enter the software to take the assessment. At the same time, students can also view test scores, step details, and other information in the background to fill in the gaps in time. The software is developed based on VR virtual reality software technology. Rely on intelligent positioning operation, handles in virtual reality, digital helmets, to create an immersive learning environment for users. The system is divided into two modules: virtual disassembly and assembly and fault diagnosis, made strictly in accordance with the manufacturer's maintenance manual. Let students have a more comprehensive understanding of the practical training content, safety knowledge, and master the disassembly, assembly, and maintenance skills. The steering system includes 3 modules: electronic steering, hydraulic power steering system, and disassembly and assembly of 4-wheel steering system. The electronic control steering system includes electric steering control unit disassembly, steering column assembly disassembly, universal transmission shaft assembly disassembly and assembly. Taking the disassembly of the steering column assembly as an example, remove the airbag and remove the steering wheel. Place the bolt in the designated position. Remove the steering column assembly to complete the disassembly. Disassembly and assembly training supports jump step operation, which is convenient for teachers to teach and explain. The hydraulic power steering system includes disassembly and assembly of direction speed sensor, steering column assembly, universal drive shaft assembly, oil tank, and so on. Take the disassembly of the steering gear assembly as an example. Use tools to remove the steering tie rod bolts, steering gear bolts, and steering gear assembly on both sides. Place the disassembled parts in the designated position to complete the disassembly work. The 4-wheel steering system includes the disassembly and assembly of the 4-wheel steering control unit, front and rear steering gearboxes, steering angle ratio sensors, steering pivots, and so on. Take the disassembly of the front and rear steering gearbox as an example. It is necessary to disassemble the steering knuckle, the rear wheel power takeoff gearbox, the fixing bolts of the steering drive shaft and the steering gear input shaft, and remove the rear wheel steering gear input shaft. The brake system includes 2 modules: hydraulic brake and ABS system removal and installation. The driving system includes 2 modules: the disassembly and assembly of the front drive axle and the rear drive axle. The fault diagnosis module includes electric steering fault, hydraulic power steering fault, 4-wheel steering fault, brake system fault, ABS system fault, ASR system fault, and so on. Take the fault inspection and repair of the electric power steering control unit as an example. The fault diagnosis process is as follows. Record the phenomenon. After the vehicle is powered on, observe the dashboard, the vehicle light and electricity. Listen to the sound and record the basic phenomenon in the work order. Preliminary judgment and inspection. Using the tools in the troubleshooting process: multimeter, diagnostic instrument, oscilloscope. Can read fault codes, data streams, measurement values, and other data. Repair the fault. Repair the specific fault point. Verify whether the fault disappears, and finally confirm the fault. After completing the assessment, organize the vehicles and venue.